instructions to the dressing room. So I have any questions from you, Josh? Any questions from you, Michael? Nope. Fight clean, fight hard, fight fair, touch gloves, let's go.
Josh Haynes against Michael Bisping for the Ultimate Fighter light heavyweight title. Mike Goldberg, Joe Rogan. The head coach, Tito Ortiz, has joined us in the broadcast booth because Tito can't take sides in this one because two of his boys are about to go to battle.
This will be an exciting one here, guys.
Tito, it's got to be very satisfying for you to have 3 of your fighters make it into the finals.
Yeah, you know, these guys work really hard. You know, they never doubted anything I asked them to do, and they really pushed themselves when it came to training.
And then a quick takedown by Bisping. I mean, Bisping is what you would define as a true fighter.
Yes, I mean, he's a really, really vicious fighter. When he sees he got someone hurt, he really puts it on him. His wrestling skills are really good. His kickboxing skills are really good, and his jiu-jitsu skills are great. When I first picked him, it actually, he almost caught me in an arm lock. And the guy, he's a very, very tough competitor, very tough athlete. You know, when he had cardio time, it just seemed like he really pushed himself. But Josh is a guy who pushed himself too during training. These guys work really hard, that's why they're in the finals.
And Josh Haynes has a tendency to swing a bit wildly, which Bisping has talked about. That was a bit wild there, but Bisping couldn't take advantage. Bisping's strikes are very pinpoint.
Yes, and at the same time, with Josh, those hooks are very, very powerful because he has very low center of gravity and he really throws off the punches.
Haynes went back up to Portland, Oregon, trained with the men of Team Quest, and Bisping spent some time right here in Las Vegas training with the #1 welterweight contender, George St. Pierre.
That's a great coach to be working with, that's for sure. St. Pierre's a great fighter. I see Bisping working off the fence here. He's working elbows, working inside knees. He's working great position.
Oh, he caught him right there. And Joe Bisping throws leather.
For sure. Yeah, he hits hard. He's very explosive. Very aggressive fighter. Nice knees.
He's working inside of his position. I mean, all it really comes down to is just looking to get out of position and working for knees and elbows at the same time from the same position. But Josh didn't come to the uppercut.
Oh, big knee. Josh is hurt
down.
bad.
Josh Haynes goes. A big knee by Bisping.
Illegal knee. That was an illegal knee.
John McCarthy, the best in the business, has called a timeout. You cannot knee a downed opponent.
He was on the ground. Awesome job on McCarthy. You noticed that really off the fact. I guess Michael didn't really see that his knees were touching the ground. Everybody at home, of course, if there's any points of the knees and hands touching the ground, you are not allowed to knee to the guys up ahead of the guys who are hit behind the knee itself.
No kick,
Let's
no
take a look
knee
at the
to the downed
replay. We can
opponent. It's
see
the 4 points are there, as you talked about.
And you look at, see him flat on his knees and boom, coming with the right knee right to the chin. That is illegal in Ultimate Fighting Championship.
So John McCarthy breaks him up. Regardless of the stoppage, Josh Haynes ate one.
It wasn't out. He was still fighting. You need him when his knees are on the ground to the face. You can't do that, all right? I had to take a point from you. Watch what you're doing.
That was a complete accident on me. I know he did not mean to do
Stand here,
that.
relax.
Michael Bisping is a complete stand-up fighter. He's not trying to get anything over at all. That was completely bad on his fault. Didn't see his knees coming up.
Regardless, he has been penalized a point. But hey, there's still 3 rounds of fighting. And Joe, what Bisping needs to do right now is lose the rearview mirror and forget about it. Come back out and fight again.
Yeah, for sure. And he probably believes that Josh is still hurt.
Good kick to the midsection. This could motivate Josh Haynes.
It could also motivate Bisping. He thought he was out. He thought he had Josh.
Just working this tie clinch right here, just trying to work just a nice foot sweep. Beautiful foot sweep right there. Getting side mount, looking for the right elbows right there from the right side.
Bisping coming out possessed here now after being deducted a point for the illegal knee to a downed opponent.
Oh, nice armbar try. Josh has actually got a lot slicker on the ground.
Now Josh went back to Team Quest as we talked about and worked with the world champions of Team Quest there. And knew that as it is for Bisping, Tito, this is the opportunity of a lifetime.
You know, him being 11-0, I know he doesn't want a loss in his record.
Bisping's got his back.
Both hooks. Can he finish it here?
Now we saw he was in this position against Jess, and he did a really good job at defending. He's got good rear naked choke defense.
Well, this is something I try to help him out a whole bunch with, because one of his weaknesses was getting a guy would get his back, but he had hand control throughout the whole time. So if he keeps hand control throughout this whole time, he won't have a chance of getting choked. But if he lets the hands get through, then he will have a lot of problems. He's grabbing a foot and getting out. See, he's a great scrambler here.
Good job by Josh.
So Haynes is back up. There's fight scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds.
There is no quitting Josh Haynes. You got to give him that.
That was one of the things. He never quit on anything he ever did. This kid has a heart of a lion for sure.
Once weighed in at 330 pounds.
Getting down to 205, that's a hard task for him to do, but once he did it, he's down to 205, strong and fast as heck, and, he's really taking the fight to Michael here. I thought it'd be a lot closer fight, a lot further fight for Michael to come about. He's doing an awesome job, though, Josh is.
Well, never doubt the motivation of a man who is fighting for his family. His oldest son, Thor, as we talked about before, was diagnosed with brain cancer at birth. He survived, and he was very emotional with Josh Haynes during the Ultimate Fighter 3. Every time he got into the Octagon, saying, I'm fighting for Josh. If he can fight through all of that, a young boy with cancer, I can fight through anything that anybody tries to deliver to me. Combinations miss both ways. There's a good left jab by Bisping. Bisping appears to be the lighter on his feet right now.
Body lock, nice foot shot. That's a great position for Michael to really end up in the mount position. It's really hard for Josh to get out of the position because Michael is the bigger guy and a little bit heavier than him, of course. He just needs to work and show what kind of heart he really has.
And this is a bad spot for Josh. Bisping's got his back again.
Only 10 seconds remains in the round, though. McCarthy's right on top of things. 5 seconds remains in the round. And we are going to head to round 2.
Oh, he gets top position. Awesome. See, scrambles. Great scrambling.
Will be the next Ultimate Fighter at 205 pounds. Flying knee. He might have caught a finger in the eye, did Haynes. Looks like he got poked in the eye inadvertently, but he's rubbing that eye now. We've seen that happen to the former light heavyweight champion, Randy the Natural Couture.
Yeah, his right eye, he's closing.
Good job to recover from that.
Got a lot of light heavyweight champions here tonight. Tito Ortiz, former light heavyweight champion. Randy Couture, former light heavyweight champion. Chuck the Iceman Liddell, our light heavyweight champion. All in attendance here tonight.
That was an awesome first round. Josh really showed that he really has a lot of heart and he's willing to step in there and fight. Ooh, nice right hand.
Oh, he caught Bisping.
He caught Bisping with a great right hand right there.
He winced and walked away. So Haynes continues to brawl against the brawling Brit. Could we ask for anything better in these finals? Swinging for the fences again was Haynes.
Yep, Josh is a scrapper, man. He usually goes out there and he gives it all he got. Man, for him, 15 minutes isn't nothing, so he tries to go out there as much as possible to sling as hard as he can.
Bisping looks like he's trying to get a triangle here.
Yeah, it's a reverse triangle from the back. But all he got to do, Josh, is scoot up right off the back from here. Got to watch out from the arm lock. Oh, here comes the arm lock.
He's got it. He's got it locked up.
Can he finish it here? Haynes trying to avoid being submitted.
Oh, wow.
Bisping trying to lock it up and become the Ultimate Fighter.
It's like a Kimura from the back, like an Americana from the back.
Look at Josh, he's just fighting.
Now he had for a moment the full mount. Now he's got Josh Haynes back. Looking to finish it with a choke.
You guys at home, you guys are getting some of the best fights tonight, man. These guys are just going at it.
Tito, the amazing thing is the transitions that our fighters have nowadays. From submission attempt to strikes to another submission attempt to perhaps a rear naked choke.
But there's the hand defense. Once again, you can defend the hands and you get away from it.
And that's all stuff that you taught during the camp.
Yeah, hand control is really, really important here. If you let the hands go, your choke's going to end up coming about and you get choked out. If you have hand control, you get a chance to get out, just like this.
Watch out for the arm lock. You didn't yell it all during Kendall's victory, I guess. Your voice sounds wonderful.
All right. Kendall has a new big brother, let me tell you, man.
Mike Goldberg, Tito Ortiz, Joe Rogan. Second of 3 scheduled rounds in our light heavyweight finale of the Ultimate Fighter 3.
Bisping working his guard here.
To survive 6 weeks in the house and then to come to this, Joe. Sorry.
It's all right. Bisping is known for his Kimura. Did you find that he gets that a lot on people, Tito?
You know what? He actually almost caught me in an arm lock during training, but at the same time, he's very crafty on the ground. I know he's studied jiu-jitsu for a long time, but for a guy who's a stand-up guy, he's very crafty on the ground. He does a lot of submissions.
And he continues to try to push, as does Bisping.
These guys are just going back and forth. An awesome fight.
Good use of the body. Good punches by Bisping. Oh, Josh is hurt.
This could be the beginning of the end. Haynes is hurt. Haynes is hurt.
Haynes is still fighting for it.
Now he knows not to knee this time. Great job done. A big right.
Awesome. Got to defend himself here.
Haynes is taking some shots. There is no quitting that kid, though.
No, he has a huge
What
heart.
a warrior, Josh Haynes.
These guys are scrapping.
Bisping, not unlike Kendall Grove, is fighting for some pride itself.
He's got an Americana.
Yep. See, this is Bisping's
He's got it deep.
This is Bisping's very, very vicious. When he sees he got someone hurt, he tries to just pounce on him.
As Grove wanted to bring the title to Hawaii, Bisping wants to bring the title back to the motherland of England.
There is no quitting Josh.
Wow.
Big uppercut
right again. There's a big knee. 103 remains.
Another knee.
Teeing up again.
Oh.
Haynes is in trouble.
This might be it.
How is Haynes still standing?
That's pure heart right there.
That's it.
It's all over. Michael Bisping is the ultimate fighter.
He was one of the 205-pounders I hear, the fighter with the most vicious 205-pounders, the most technical and the most skilled out of all of them. Too bad I didn't see it during the training we first got to get about it, but at the same time, he is the new Ultimate Fighter light heavyweight champion.
Wow. Michael Bisping.
Very impressive performance.
Absolutely relentless in his attack here in the second round. Forget about the point that was deducted in the first round. Bisping avoids the judge's scorecard.
Let's take a look at some of the replays. This is a very interesting armbar that Bisping was trying.
Well, he was trying an armbar right here. They ended up just pushing across for the Kimura. He had a triangle on that side, and he was just lifting it. Well, in this position, he would step over, but he started pushing the foot all the way, or excuse me, the hand all the way to the back of the head.
Yeah, I've never seen it like that before. Very, very interesting.
And he could have a chance to tap here, but you know what? Josh is a very, very tough fighter and ends up getting out of it. Here we go. Here's the end of the fight. He ends up just dropping bombs on Josh, hitting him with knees. McCarthy, of course, looking to make sure he can defend himself at all times. Hit him with a great shot right there. Got on top, and that was pretty much it.
Bisping just ruthless when he's got his guy hurt.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Big John McCarthy has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 14 seconds of the second round. For the winner by TKO, and now the new Ultimate Fighter to receive a six-figure contract from the UFC, Michael the Count Bisping.
All right, gentlemen, you know what you're here for. Make it clean, make it fair, obey my commands, protect yourself at all times. Hook them up, gentlemen. Good luck.
The crowd has voiced their opinion on who they are pulling for, but Elvis Sinosic needs to put that aside, fight the man in front of him. That is the count. Michael Bisping. Here we go.
You ready? You ready? Bring it on, come
Steve
on!
Mazzagatti gets us started. Sinosic says he wants to exchange.
Notice what I said about Sinosic before. He keeps his head straight up in the air. Nice leg kick.
Elvis Sinosic once shocked the mixed
Another
martial
nice
arts
leg
world
kick.
with a win over Jeremy Horn.
Good knee to the body by Elvis.
Elvis looks confident early.
Nice, another leg kick.
Bisping jumps him down to the
Catches it,
ground.
takes him to the ground. Bisping has excellent ground and pound. Elvis looking for an armbar, but Bisping's arm's out already.
Elvis's strength is his jiu-jitsu.
It is, but like Bisping said, it's a big difference between doing jiu-jitsu and jiu-jitsu when someone's punching you in the face.
And that's what Bisping is attempting to do here early in the fight. He just pushed him to the ground, Joe.
He's got to be careful here, though. Elvis does have a very tricky guard. Anybody that can catch Jeremy Horn in the triangle has got some skills.
Listen
Elvis is rolling his legs over.
Listen to this building, partner. Is this any good or what?
Bisping, when he was on the show, trained with Tito Ortiz. He was on Tito Ortiz's team, and I'm sure he learned a lot about the ground and pound from that man.
Speaking of Tito Ortiz, Elvis Sinosic fought Tito Ortiz at the brawl at Royal Albert Hall the last time we were here in the UK.
Big right hand from Bisping.
Bisping is ultra confident. He first competed in an under 12 British martial arts title
Elvis is
fight.
gonna get
Now he's
out of
staying
there.
away on Elvis. Elbows, trying to posture up and get some leverage. And he
Elvis-
does so.
Elvis has got to do something. Bisping's landed some bombs. He's getting hurt.
We We have seen Elvis sustain, though, this kind of stuff. That's the amazing thing about Sinosic.
Yeah.
That one is going to leave a mark.
I don't know about this. He's not going to sustain these.
Wow.
Bisping is furious. He's relentless with these punches. Hammer fist, punches. Elvis has got to do something to control Michael Bisping's posture. He's got to push his head to Bisping's chest, try to control his upper body, bring him down, do something.
All Michael Bisping, midway through round number 1. Elvis able to avoid, not that time.
He's only avoiding 1 out of 3, though. That's the problem. And those punches from the bottom, I mean, those are doing nothing. And he's already cut. I see some blood in Elvis's face.
Bisping comes down with the left. And again.
You know, the problem with this is the damage that Elvis is taking is going to show if he does wind up getting to his feet. I think that's Bisping's. I think it slipped out.
Yep.
The damage that he's getting right now is going to affect him once he comes up.
Elvis is in huge trouble here. Bisping overwhelming the king of rock and rumble with an onslaught that we have rarely seen.
This is a just tremendous mistake by Elvis Sinosic. He can't just lie here.
Elvis Sinosic is a great measuring stick to where a fighter may be able to go. Because Elvis has got game, even though he's being overwhelmed right now. It tells me if Bisping is able to overwhelm him like this, he's a serious contender at 205.
Yeah, absolutely, Mike. He is a good gatekeeper, which is unfortunate because he's such a nice guy. You hate to see him take a beating. But that's what he's doing right now.
Bisping doing to him what Tito Ortiz did, and Babalu, eventually Alessio Sakara.
Oh, his face is a mess, and Bisping's just blasting elbows into it right now.
45 seconds remains in the first round.
His bleached blonde hair is just soaked red with blood. He's breathing out of his mouth, he's exhausted.
Posturing up is Bisping. Bisping talked about his conditioning being off the charts here, and you can see it is with the pace he's kept, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, he knows this is a tremendous opportunity. That's what he should have done from the beginning. Control his posture, and he lets it go immediately.
13 wins, 13 stoppages he has won by Michael Bisping. But it appears, at least for now, like Elvis will make it through round 1.
I don't know,
just
man.
barely.
He might not
barely going to make it through round 1. There's the horn. Wow. Barely.
Both these guys are covered in blood, but Bisping's covered in Elvis's blood. He's barely sustained a scratch.
You ready? Bring it on, come on.
Can Elvis do anything here early?
Well, the unfortunate part is he's already hurt so badly. Bisping's not hurt at all. Bisping got a little tired, you know, in that exchange, because just from throwing all those punches, but he's not hurt.
Combination caught him with a kick.
Elvis is tired and he's hurt. He's probably at 30-40% capacity right now.
Trying to stay in it. Trying to shock the world.
And it's too
but
bad
in big
because-
trouble. Caught him with a knee! Elvis caught Bisping with a knee! Elvis Sinosic caught Michael Bisping with a knee!
And Elvis has good jiu-jitsu. Elvis is on top now. Looks like he's got a Kimura.
What a reversal this would be!
If he can pop that arm free, he's got
Can
it.
he finish it? Elvis Sinosic!
He's got it deep. He's got the leg over the head. He lost it.
Still though in a good position, Joe.
He's still on top. He's gonna take the back now.
Wow!
He's got his back. He's got one hook. Elvis Sinosic is a legit black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu under the Machados. He is for real. The only thing is he's breathing so heavily now. He's exhausted. Blood's pouring down the back of his throat from his nose.
Elvis Sinosic is reversed. Bisping back on
Bisping
top.
on top now. Just raining punches. Elvis is in deep, deep trouble again. He's coming in. Mazzagati's looking to stop this fight if Elvis doesn't do anything.
It is all over. It is all over. Michael
Unbelievable.
Bisping
chance and then stepped in to stop the fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Steve Mazzagatti has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute 40 seconds of round number 2. The stoppage due to strikes, declaring the winner a TKO, Michael the Count Bisping!
Ready? Let's go fight.
And here we go! They don't touch, Joe. Red trunks for Bisping. Black trunks for Kang.
Look for the straight right hand of Dennis Kang. It's one of his best weapons. Big high kick by Bisping.
We know one thing, Bisping will not circle into that right hand.
Nice leg kick by Dennis Kang right there.
And you put it great, Joe. Bisping, this is where we're going to find out. As Michael will of himself. The true heart and warrior spirit of Michael the Count Bisping.
Well, it shows his warrior spirit just by the fact that he wanted to take on a top 10 fighter.
Absolutely.
He wanted to take on the best he could get. He wanted Vanderlei Silva, but unfortunately Vanderlei had reconstructive surgery and he wasn't able to do it. And Kang steps in, is equally dangerous, just less known.
Bisping talked a lot, Joe, about getting back to just being the aggressor and not the counter puncher. So watch for him to explode here in round 1.
Good right hand.
He got rocked.
Right away.
And right down to guard.
It's like I said, it's one of it's one of Kang's best weapons. Kang is in half guard. Kang is a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He has a very solid ground game. Submitted Amar Suluev, submitted many guys. Very solid game. Notice how he's got full pressure down on Michael Bisping. He's looking to push down that leg and pass. Oh, look at that, beautiful pass. As soon as he gets rid of that butterfly, Bisping doing a good job though, trying to regaining half guard. He pulls that leg, and he's back to half guard. Defending himself well from the bottom. He's got the lockdown. So far, he hasn't taken any damage from strikes. Kang is trying to pass again, but Bisping moving his hips smartly.
Bisping rocked by the right hand of Dennis Kang.
But the good thing about this is he's had an opportunity to
no
recover.
No question, yep.
Kang is trying to pass again. He's got that leg trapped. I mean, he got past it very easily the first time. Nicely done, but he moved into the half guard again. Well, he got greedy. He should have just stayed with side control, but he wanted to try to just move right into the mount.
Very experienced at 32 years old, Dennis Kang. 6-1 in Pride.
He moved into full mount.
And now he has got Bisping in a bad spot. Bisping gets back to half guard.
Bisping is showing some really good hip escapes, Mike. And Kang is trying to pass again. Bisping is showing a very good defensive guard, a very good ability to regain guard.
That illustrates his ever-advancing MMA skills.
Yeah, especially his jiu-jitsu. He's really working it's really obvious he's working very hard on his hip escapes.
Doing a good job of defending.
Kang is controlling one arm. Notice how he's doing that and locking up the head. And he's moving into the back. Oh,
got the mount.
He's got full mount with his legs crossed underneath.
90 seconds left in the first round. Back to half guard.
And that's the hip escape of Michael Bisping. He's doing a great job hip escaping. Kang pressing down on him with that elbow, getting some leverage, and you know, Bisping uses that opportunity to get his legs to full guard, and he's looking for an armbar.
Michael Bisping.
Kang has been caught slipping before. He got tapped with a triangle by Gegard Mousasi in a position where he just was ground and pounding and left an arm in there.
Michael Bisping was mounted by Kang, and he's gotten back to full guard, using the closed guard here. 50 seconds remains in the first round. Big right hand of Kang sent Bisping to the mat.
Kang's just got to be careful here. He doesn't sleep on this armbar. See what I'm talking about? Bisping's looking for it. Kang actually might have baited him with it because he moved immediately to side control. And look at that, Bisping hip escape, ba-boom. Back to full guard. Very nice job by Michael Bisping. So it shows he's threatening from the bottom with submissions, and again, he's rolling his hips, and he's showing an excellent ability to regain guard.
And Kang has had top position for the better part of round one, Joe, but he hasn't done much damage, if any at all.
And that's because of the beautiful technique that Bisping is using on the bottom. The hip escapes, moving back to half guard, controlling the posture, controlling overhooks, not allowing Kang to rain down punches. And when Kang tries to improve position, he always gets back to a good defensive spot. Excellent round for Dennis Kang now.
Round two.
You ready? You ready? Let's go fight.
Here we go. Bisping looking for the head kick early.
And his corner wants him to circle towards his right, away from the power of Dennis Kang.
We talked about that in the Henderson fight, Joe. Bisping even made light of it during the countdown show, saying who would do something like that?
Bisping looking for a high kick there.
Circling towards the left now. Michael got caught with a jab. Good jab extended by Kang. Double jab.
Kang himself has been stopped in the past. Akiyama stopped him with a big power shot.
Bisping got tagged in round one. A little hesitant to engage here in round two. Kang again with the double jab. Showing that left leg.
Again, Kang looking for that opening for that right hand, and Bisping really looking for that left high kick.
Bisping trying to find his range now.
Yeah, both guys are having a little problem finding the distance in the second round.
Michael Bisping looking for a takedown. Going to finish the single. He's got Kang down. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, Dennis Kang. Bisping posturing up. Kang looking to escape. Michael Bisping, hammer fists.
Bisping is being relentless in this top position, Mike.
Kang trying to roll away. Kang just looking for a leg.
Wow.
Kang's
cut up. He's cut up. He got back to his feet, but he took some shots, Mike.
Bisping smells blood. Bisping again.
With an easy takedown that time.
And a big elbow, Joe.
Kang may be wilting.
Kang's in big trouble. It's on the bridge of his nose. The cut.
And Kang is throwing up his guard, but he's getting tagged, Mike.
Bisping teeing off on Dennis Kang here in round two. See if he shoots again.
Kang is very wobbly, Mike. You see how he's standing?
Trying to shake it out here.
Man, his face is a mess.
Massive ground and pound.
He's looking for that right hand again.
By Manchester's Michael Bisping. 90 seconds remains in round two. Kang looking for the uppercut. Bisping better not throw caution to the wind. He got tagged, but Kang is wobbly, isn't he?
He is wobbly, but Bisping seems to be attacking smartly. He's got him down again.
1 minute remains in the round.
Watch your head.
Kang looking to try to protect himself. Trying to spin out of trouble. Knee to the midsection. Bisping looking to finish Dennis Kang. Kang took a knee.
Kang's in trouble. That's it.
Is all over.
Wow. Awesome.
Michael Bisping.
Awesome performance by Michael Bisping. Tremendous performance. He had his back up against the wall, taking on a very tough guy, and in my opinion, had the performance of his career.
That'll answer a lot of questions.
That answered every single one of them. Every single one of them. He got put in a bad position. He got dropped. He showed defense on the ground. And when it was time to finish, he finished. Tremendous, tremendous performance from Michael Bisping. And here we see, this is the key to the fight. Once he started getting those takedowns, and immediately the ground and pound was just relentless. Really beat up Dennis Kang early in the second round and often throughout the round, eventually finishing him. And here's the end. Just swarming on him, all over. And Dennis Kang wilts under the pressure.
Michael's son, Caleb, inside the octagon with him.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Mergliata has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 24 seconds of round number 2, declaring the winner by TKO, Michael the Count Bisping.
Yeah, here we go, main event. Are you ready? Are you ready, guys? Let's do this. Come on.
We are underway. Big shot by Akiyama.
He's hurt, Mike. He's hurt.
Heavy-handed Yoshihiro Akiyama connects early.
Michael Bisping has got to regain his composure right now because he got tagged. And he has come back from that before. Dennis Kang tagged him and dropped him in the first round of their fight, and he came back to dominate Kang in the second. But Akiyama has got one-punch knockout power.
Akiyama in the white, Bisping in the red and black.
And Akiyama looks very relaxed, Mike.
What a confidence builder to land one early, Joe.
Yeah, it's important for Mike to settle down and relax and find his rhythm.
He talked about the pace of this fight a lot. A big right hand will slow your opponent's pace quickly.
Well, obviously, Michael Bisping has had problems with the right hand before. That's what Dennis Kang knocked him down with, and that's what Dan Henderson knocked him out with.
Got him
Just
with
got
a
tagged
left.
with a left hook. And he's pulling away now, Mike, with his head straight up in the air.
His corner is saying, don't move backwards.
Exactly, and that is how he got knocked out by Dan Henderson. He is also moving to his left side, which is the power hand of Akiyama, which is how he got knocked out by Henderson. So both things are very bad news right now for Michael Bisping. And as he goes to his left, watch the right hand of Akiyama, because it's going to loop around. And if it catches him, he's in big trouble.
He's tagged him twice already here in the first 2 minutes of this fight.
And one of the problems that Michael's had with his striking is he's always on his toes and he doesn't settle down and get his weight behind his punches. And you see that now as he's throwing. Oh, good shot to the body there. Didn't get the takedown, and now he tries it again.
Looks for it again.
But look, nicely done by Michael Bisping.
And a head kick on the way back up. Bisping trying to get out of trouble. Akiyama
but the
with a kick of his own.
superior grappling of Akiyama. You note how good his base was, and as soon as he got down, he springs right back up to his feet.
Got caught.
That was good.
Got caught.
Man.
Mark Goddard says continue.
Wow, what's that all about?
He said he didn't catch him. And they move on.
That was a good combination right there by Bisping. He's settling down a bit. Oh, and he tagged him.
Fight continues. Great respect between these two men. Bisping starting to put a few things together.
Well, he put some power into that inside leg kick, Mike, which shows me he's settling down.
Head kick attempt.
He tried to fake low and then go high with the front leg.
The 1-2 by Bisping. And again, he looks to deliver the right hand. Bisping starting to set some combinations up here. Akiyama one punch, and he slips under the counter by the Brit.
Bisping is definitely settling down with his shots, Mike. He landed a nice right hand earlier. Nice leg kick.
He led with the hands. Showed him and finished. The jaw of Bisping tested early by Akiyama.
And one of the things that happens sometimes when a guy lands a big punch like that is they become overconfident and they rely too much on that one shot. Let's see if that's happening with Akiyama. But you'll see oftentimes when a guy hurts a guy early with that one punch, he just goes hunting for that one technique over and over again, or banking on that one technique.
Looks for the spin. Spinning back fist. Bisping smiles. He said, good try.
Bisping's definitely settling down more here, Mike.
He's sitting down on those punches a little bit, Joe.
Yeah.
Like you talked about earlier.
And he rolled away from that right hand, which is a very good sign. He's trying that fake low, go high with the front leg.
Again looks to shoot.
And when he doesn't complete the shot, he pops up quick and punches. Nice flying knee.
Good way to end the round. Back fist. Round 2, our main event of the evening. Sold out O2 Arena, London, England. UFC 120.
He tagged him again with the right. He's throwing it now.
Look to counter with the left. Bisping trying to set up the hands with the inside leg kick. Got the kick to the body and then got his leg free.
Another right hand by Akiyama. He's wading into the fire now, Mike.
And Bisping trying to establish that pace that we talked about earlier. Trying to up-tempo this fight. 2008 coolest man in the UK, Michael Bisping.
He got poked in the eye.
Turn around. Let me call the stop, dude. Let's go.
They fight on. A minute in to round number 2.
Nice right hand.
Bisping again with the head kick. Ready to throw a right hand is Akiyama. Caught him with
another
a right.
nice right hand.
Bisping with the quick 1-2.
Again, tries to take down. As soon as Akiyama stuffs, he uses an opportunity to punch him as his hands are down.
Bisping with another right hand that lands.
Nice right hand.
And a left. Bisping scoring here in the second round. Right hand from Akiyama. Both connect on the jab. Sold out. Loud and supportive of Bisping.
Akiyama is becoming a bit stationary and a bit predictable.
Bisping.
Oh, nice right hand by Bisping.
Takes advantage of it. Keep it short, his corner says. Don't get yourself lengthened out and in danger.
Akiyama appears very frustrated, Mike.
Bisping's finding the holes now. And they both have tried the spinning back fist. Bisping again, left, left, right.
And this is the same type of footwork and punches that we saw in the Dan Miller fight. You know, Bisping moves very well in and out from the outside, lands quick combinations, and then gets out of danger. And there he goes again. And he's clearly outpointing Akiyama in this round.
Very settled into his striking attack. Very comfortable in the exchanges. Just over a minute left now.
Good body kick by Akiyama, but Bisping counters, and the Bisping work rate is just much higher right now.
Lands the leg kick.
I'm sort of surprised that oh, there was a nice right hand by Akiyama.
Slip and rip by Akiyama.
He's looking for it again. But he's headhunting, you know, and Bisping is only looking out for one thing. If Akiyama mixed it up with some takedown attempts or some more leg kicks, perhaps he'd be a little bit more successful. Nice right hand by Bisping.
He's found a home for it often here in the second round. 30 seconds now.
And he just keeps coming, you know, the work rate is intense. And that's the problem that Akiyama had with Chris Leva.
The hunger to be a champion of Bisping is massive. Ultimate Fighter winner.
Nice right hand.
Another one,
again.
too.
And he got nailed the zone. Oh, he got hurt, Mike. He got hurt.
The big right hand of Akiyama. Akiyama to the body. Final seconds of the round. Oh! Wow, what a way to finish that round. They are on their feet here in London. 5 minutes remain in this fight. Here we go.
See, Akiyama's headhunting now, Mike. And he's making it fairly predictable. So all Mike has to do is avoid that, avoid those punches, stay on the outside, keep his hands up high.
And keep circling that way.
Yeah, and he got nailed again. He doesn't have to worry about takedown attempts. He doesn't have to worry about anything else. He just has to worry about Akiyama trying to land that bomb of a right hand on him.
Bisping with the jab. Akiyama.
Again.
Bisping with a kick that rocked him. Now to the body.
I'll tell you what, Mike, Akiyama can take it.
Bisping over the top with the right. Bisping teeing off.
Bisping hurt him.
Michael Bisping. Again with a right hand that lands.
Another nice right hand. He's wobbled.
Bisping again with a right. That time he caught him.
Oh, no. That was a hard one, man. You could hear it. Maybe if the truck is so kind, we can hear that one in real time. Here it is. Here we see in slow-mo. No doubt about that one, folks. Oh, man. I hope that it doesn't end like this.
Exactly what I was thinking.
You know what? Because Bisping was really teeing off on him earlier in the round. Oh, man, he's hurt. Let's play that back again and hear the sound, because it was a very hard shot. Let's hear it, folks. Oh!
It was just a thunderous roar.
You know, the way he's rolling around on the ground, man, I can't see him coming back from this. Look at him. I mean, he can't even get up to his knees.
Yes or no? Stay that side for me.
Unintentional. That inside leg kick, we talk about it all the time.
I can't hear you. No. What we undo? 1 minute left. 1 minute gone.
So Mark Goddard, you heard him say 1 minute gone, which means Akiyama has 4 more minutes to recover. If he can't recover, then we have to figure out what happens.
Again on the replay. Direct connection. Now that man doesn't want it to end like this either.
No.
And as you said, Bisping was really starting to push the pace and turn things up.
The problem is, even if he goes on, he's obviously significantly weakened by that shot. Bisping coming over, an excellent show of sportsmanship, you know. Totally, completely unintentional shot. That's just a problem with that inside leg kick. You know, it doesn't happen nearly as much as in Muay Thai as it does in MMA because of the difference in the stance, the squared off stance. And also because guys are worried about the takedowns, and it's just, you know, the kick comes up more.
Akiyama taking the time allotted to try to recover as much as possible.
Yeah, I mean, if you watch K1, it's very rare that a guy gets hit like that in the groin, but in MMA, God, you see it 4 or 5 times a night.
Good, good.
Akiyama says he's good, he's ready to rock.
3 minutes and 26 seconds remain in this fight. The battle continues, our main event. Here we go.
And really, the break was bad for Michael Bisping because Michael Bisping was teeing off on Akiyama before that happened.
He's looking to pick up right where he left off. Bisping
Nice
to the
kick
body.
to the body.
Akiyama swinging with desperation.
I'm
3
just
minutes.
so surprised that we haven't seen any of Akiyama's judo. Here he goes, he's got a leg.
Now Akiyama pushing forward.
Again, he's trying to find a home for that right hand, but Bisping is moving very wisely in this round. Head kick again.
He just mixes things up.
And the work rate is very impressive. I mean, he's constantly moving. But Akiyama's pressing forward.
This is 8th fight as a middleweight in the UFC. To the body. Past the midway point of the 3rd and final round. Bisping gets out of the way.
Again, though, he pulled back with his leg, excuse me, his head straight up in the air. Oh, nice combination.
And again, he looks for the same thing.
Again.
Akiyama trying to taunt him a little bit.
He's trying to lure him into a slugfest.
No question. There's the right hand.
But really, the difference seems to be that Michael Bisping's punches have not slowed down, where Akiyama's have slowed down significantly.
Now that's the pace we talked about, and that's one of the things that Bisping will give trouble to anybody with, is his great conditioning and cardio and the pace in which he fights.
Yeah, I mean, Akiyama, just like in the Chris Lieben fight, his hands are down now, his punches are coming slower. And he doesn't look as winded as he was in that fight, but he's definitely not the Akiyama of the first round.
Bisping appears to be very fresh with just over a minute remaining.
Oh,
again,
nice.
the combination. Starts with the inside leg kick. 1 minute left in this main event of the evening.
Oh, nice
Uppercut.
combination.
Akiyama's a gamer. We knew that coming in. Bisping,
Nice
sharp
fake and then a jab. And another combination. Beautiful.
Just picking them apart here in the 3rd round. Continuously beating him to the punch. And mixing things up nicely.
Akiyama is still trying to win, Mike. He's still trying to land that sledgehammer right hand, but Bisping's just moving too good now.
10 seconds. One last throw. Got him.
Akiyama, he's waiting forward.
They battle to the very end. Our main event goes the distance.
Great fight. An excellent performance by Michael Bisping, especially considering he was hurt badly in that first round very early. You know, Michael Bisping's got heart. He's done it before. He did it in the Dennis Kang fight. We tag him early. He comes back strong. And looked better in the third round than he did in the first. Settled into his rhythm. Boxed smartly from the outside, landed sharp combinations and punches and bunches. Just really put a tremendous pace on Akiyama, and I think he won the decision. Let's take a look at some of the action from that third round again, Mike. Straight right hands. Just constantly kicking and punching.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All 3 judges score this contest 30-27. For the winner by unanimous decision, Michael the Kang Bisping!
All right, gentlemen, we've been through the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We're gonna have a clean fight. Touch gloves and let's do this.
Well, here it is, Dan. The main event of the evening. Michael Bisping versus Anderson Silva. Top of the bill here in the O2 Arena, London, England.
Ready to fight? Ready. Let's do it.
Herb Dean is tasked with overseeing this main event, scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds in the middleweight division. As if you need reminding, Anderson Silva in the black, Michael Bisping in the white. Nights don't get bigger than this in London.
I don't even want to say anything, John. I'm right on the end of my seat right now. Anderson circling Michael Bisping. Bisping leaded with a head kick to start with, but Anderson slipped out the way of it. Michael controlling the center so far.
Silva has good memories of competing in London. He predicted that he would be the villain this evening, and that didn't bother him. He's speaking about bringing back the belt to Brazil, and he wasn't really talking about that so much when he was fighting Diaz. That obviously gave him some confidence. That 13-month layoff has really increased his hunger, and he sees Michael Bisping right in his way to getting that title shot.
He certainly looks far more relaxed. Michael Bisping just caught him with a glancing left hook that caused him to smile, and immediately he comes straight into the center to meet Michael Bisping.
Bisping's camp have been very, very happy with the progress that he has made in this training camp. His head is in a very good space. Physically, things have gone very, very well.
Michael's constant movement makes it very difficult for Anderson Silva to settle into anything. You can see Michael's always adjusting. There's always slight movements in his head and shoulders, feints and fakes. It's very nice to watch, and it's difficult to set somebody up for something when you just don't know what they're doing. Michael Bisping pushes forward, lands a right hand, and Anderson Silva stands still.
Bisping works very well behind that jab, but he can't go chasing the spider. It's got to be a really decent mix of pushing the pace but not being exposed at any time.
Which is so difficult against a fighter like Anderson Silva. You don't even always know you're exposed until you're unconscious. Michael Bisping swings another head kick, just misses.
March 5th from Las Vegas, Nevada, UFCFightPass.com gets your evening started from Sin City. The featured bout of the Fight Pass prelims will be a lightweight showdown between Diego Sanchez and another UFC veteran in Jim Miller. The prelims are streaming live and exclusively on UFC Fight Pass beginning at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Tickets are still available.
Fascinating battle for range right now. Both fighters just feeling out their range and their distance and seeing what they can touch their opponent with, seeing how they respond, what openings they give them, what tells they have.
Michael Bisping with the greatest number of significant strikes in UFC history.
Good work from Michael Bisping, stepping in there, landing 2 shots. Anderson's backed him up against the fence, looks a little more aggressive than normal. This potentially is the Anderson Silva we saw at the weigh-ins yesterday. Really fired up to show Michael Bisping what he's capable of.
Silva looking to set himself in position. He has the precision of a watchmaker. Bisping managed to fight himself back into the center of the octagon. And really, Dan, as the fight goes on, Bisping only gets stronger.
He does. You know, as we close into the later rounds, that's when Bisping starts to pick up his work rate. It's these early rounds that Anderson Silva is the most dangerous. When he's as unpredictable, he's not showed his card, he's not showed his game.
Discover that it's Michael Bisping's birthday this week as well. What a present it would be to himself if he pulls out a victory here in London.
Good work from Bisping, covering distance here. He's taking his feet with him as he's stepping in, which is very important. Anderson Silva with a snap down for a second, disorientated Bisping.
Don't forget, we have extended coverage right here on UFCFightPass.com following the main event. John Anik, Dan Hardy and Caroline Pierce.
Bisping backing Anderson up to the fence. Good head movement again from Anderson Silva. Looking very confident. Again pushes Bisping back to the fence. Oh! And good shots from Bisping! Anderson looked wrong for a second, but he's fired up!
Bisping found the target very nicely indeed. Silva looking to embrace the counts, having absolutely none of that. Straight back into it then, Dan. Round number 2, queued up by a roar from the London crowd.
Michael Bisping gaining confidence from the end of that round. Jason Perillo in his corner saying that he stole that round with the last flurry. Bisping pushing him back against the fence, trying to get him over his heels. So elusive is Anderson Silva. It's really difficult to commit 100% to anything, feeling that it may potentially miss.
What's the self-talk for a fighter, Dan, when they're faced with something like that?
You know, it's just a case of sticking to basics and being sure of your game. Michael Bisping needs to be confident in his punch placement. The hesitation will cause him to miss.
Memories of the Stephan Bonner fights are playing out in front of us.
The difference being Michael Bisping is considerably faster than Stephan Bonner. Bisping doing a good job of not playing Anderson Silva's game there, backing up off the fence, standing with his hands on his hips.
Keeping a very level head is Michael Bisping, but confidence beaming out of Anderson Silva. He looks like such an imposing figure inside that octagon. And we know all too well that this can just be finished in the click of the fingers.
Bisping's doing a good job though, you know, he's being patient, he's taking his time, he knows the later rounds are in favour of him.
And that is going to be key, Dan, as well, pushing this later on. We were speaking with Bisping's corner all this week, and they said after round number 2, that then goes into their territory.
I'm very much in agreement of that. This is good work from Michael Bisping, you know, like we were saying, John, he needs to keep the pressure on, he needs to make the octagon small and make him feel suffocated. Even if they're standing in the centre of the octagon, Michael constantly threatening to tread on his toes is really going to keep Anderson Silva in a place where he's reactive to Michael Bisping's attack.
Once again, Bisping keeping his cool, looking for openings, trying to engineer a situation where he can land that right hand, or perhaps some of his knees that have served him very well throughout his career.
Here comes the pressure forward of Anderson Silva.
Silva seems happy to be fighting on the retreat, Dan.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with Anderson Silva is because he doesn't really push forward aggressively very often, when he does, it makes people freeze up. We saw it in the Stephan Bonner fight. We saw it against Forrest Griffin as well. If he can instill that kind of fear in his opponent, a lot of the time they offer him that target that he needs to expose.
And he's showing some of this Filipino boxing that he's been working on.
He is. He's landed a couple of nice short back fists off the jab, which are a lot quicker than Michael Bisping seems to be anticipating. But again, Michael holding the center, the stubbornness and the consistency of Michael Bisping showing through. He's not giving an inch to Anderson Silva, and he's certainly not showing him any respect that he thinks he doesn't deserve. Anderson briefly looked over at his corner for a second for confirmation of something.
Well, Michael Bisping gave them confirmation that he wasn't too impressed by it.
In typical Michael Bisping style. Good, consistent work again. Michael Bisping moves forward behind a couple of punches, lands a good low kick.
Bisping pulled in Lorenz Larkin and Mark Munoz to help prepare for Anderson Silva. Again, that very useful work by Bisping behind that jab.
Oh, and again, nice. Anderson goes down for a second. Good uppercut from Michael Bisping. Michael's pouring under pressure. Really good work from Michael Bisping here. This definitely puts him in control of this fight so far.
Bisping is looking to hit the switch on Silva. Silva seems to have cleared his head a little bit. But Bisping is in the ascendancy here in London.
He certainly feels the momentum shift.
Last 10 seconds.
Good clean punches and shots landed. Good elbows from Michael Bisping. This is exactly where Michael wants to be going into the third round.
Good defensive work at the end there from Anderson Silva to stay in the contest. Very good spatial awareness there at the end of that round from Michael Bisping. This, Dan, is not disappointing the crowds here in London.
Not at all, not at all. This is a fantastic contest between two really talented strikers that are not scared to exchange on the feet. Anderson Silva now looks to have switched on a little more. He looks like he's got more respect for Michael Bisping now. He certainly looks like he's taking this fight a bit more seriously after that knockdown.
Well, he was conservative against Nick Diaz, but he started to loosen up as the fight went on. I mean, we talk about Michael Bisping's output going into the later rounds, but let's not forget that Anderson Silva, well, I can't remember the last time he wasn't in a 5-round fight.
Well, no, this is it, but they just don't often go 5 rounds. That's the thing with Anderson Silva. But when they have, you know, he's been consistent. I mean, look at the Chael Sonnen fight. It was the 5th round. He lost all 4 of the first rounds, and then took the last one. Took the last one with a beautiful triangle. So you can never count Anderson Silva out, but this certainly bodes well for Michael Bisping.
Enjoy live and exclusive events, original programming, and the largest MMA library on UFC Fight Pass. Download the UFC.tv app today. Anytime, anywhere, your pass to the UFC.
Again, Michael Bisping just stubbornly standing his ground. Not being shaken at all by the patience of Anderson Silva, which usually can be some fighters' undoings. Again, pushes forward. Very good at taking his feet with him is Michael Bisping. Doesn't overextend, doesn't reach with his punches. Moves in well, stays balanced.
The crowd really getting behind Michael Bisping. They know how much it means to him. He has held a target on Anderson Silva's back for many, many years. And right now, he is testing his skills against one of the greatest fighters to have ever lived, and he's doing very, very well.
He is. The left hook is finding its way through. It didn't land cleanly then, but the target's certainly there. Beautiful, good strikes from both guys there. Saw the sweat ring off each other's heads.
Yeah, both of these fighters glistening under the bright lights inside the ultimate proving ground. Anderson Silva poised to strike, but the constant work rate and movement of Bisping is a riddle that he is finding fairly difficult to resolve at the moment.
Kick caught by Anderson Silva. One low kick, Michael Bisping straight back to his
big
feet. with
head
a
kick
left
from
high kick.
Silva.
Anderson definitely looking like he's taking this more seriously now.
Well, there's absolutely no doubt about it. Michael Bisping has been all business this week. He has got his game face on, and he is in the zone. Anderson Silva now, if you take a look geographically where he is inside the octagon, he is holding the center a lot more now.
He certainly is. You can see the confidence having an effect on Michael Bisping, making him not necessarily hesitant, but certainly more respectful of Anderson Silva's attack. Now he feels like he's definitely planning something. Fell short just there with those shots. Anderson Silva trying to create some kind of confusion.
Yeah.
Trying to draw Michael's attention to his hands.
Yeah, looking to fashion an opening by dazzling Bisping with hand movements. But once again, when he dips, he is susceptible to be getting caught.
Oh, another good jab from Michael Bisping.
Good head movement from Silva that time as he sets up that big head kick.
Anderson pushes forward, looking for that head kick again.
He's
But
not
Michael,
letting Bisping out of this space, Dan.
Michael doing a great job though of staying out of danger. I mean, I know he's on the back foot right now, but he's landing good shots as he's moving. There we go again.
Bisping trying to fight his way off of the fence. Silva is looking to close the distance, and I believe for a Muay Thai clinch.
Here comes the onslaught of Anderson Silva. Michael's lost his mouth guard, but Anderson Silva does not care. He's pushing forward in typical Anderson Silva style. There's the tie clinch.
Ooh,
Bisping's ready.
nicely done.
Oh! Jumping knee! Michael goes down!
But that is the buzzer.
Come on.
The buzzer has sounded.
The fight's not over. The fight's not over.
Herb Dean is saying the fight is not over.
No.
Michael
The fight's not
Bisping,
over.
I have to say, Dan,
fight's not
he
over.
needs to protect himself at all times.
all times.
And he was looking at his mouthpiece.
Michael was distracted then by the referee, who was asking for his mouthpiece. Anderson Silva is convinced that this fight is over, but Herb Dean is saying it's not.
Well, no, that's Michael
The
Bisping.
fight's not over. He goes to his corner. The fight's not over. I never called the fight.
The fight's not over.
I never
Michael
called the
Bisping
fight.
is on his chair. His
No, it's
corner
not
should be
over.
allowed in.
So he can go to your corner.
The officials weren't letting the cornerman in. There was obviously some confusion. But now Bisping has seen his cornerman, Jason Perillo. He knows he is still in the game.
Very confusing at the end there. So what happened was Michael Bisping was backing up, looking to the referee to try and get his mouthpiece put back in place, but obviously you can't take your eyes off your opponent.
And interestingly, Dan, because of the confusion, there is no cutman working on Bisping.
Michael Bisping does not look himself. He looks dazed, he looks confused. Anderson Silva thought that fight was won and he was already celebrating. But now you've got to expect Anderson Silva to charge forward and try and get this fight won immediately. That jumping knee put Bisping on bad street. He was definitely hurt, but now the fight started again, and Michael Bisping is back to pushing forward, although his head surely has not been cleared from that jumping knee.
Well, Bisping is maintaining range versus Anderson Silva, who is circling the octagon. Silva's, in doing that, is giving Bisping time.
See, not only can Anderson Silva create chaos in the fight, he can create chaos in the arena as well. Like, nobody knew what was happening. Anderson Silva immediately took charge then and declared the fight was over. Fair play to Herb Dean for standing his ground and making this fight continue.
It got so very loud in here. I mean, I didn't hear that final bell.
There's some definite damage to Michael Bisping's nose, but that does not seem to be deterring him at all. He almost seems annoyed at how that last round ended.
You need some time?
Shot was fired a little low.
Watch the
The crown jewels of Michael Bisping. It's got up to 5 minutes to recover.
I have to say it, John, we saw it in the Rockhold fight as well. Michael Bisping being distracted by the referee more than necessary. You have to stay focused on your opponent. Yeah. This is a fight, and unless the referee is in front of you or the bell has sounded, you've got to be prepared for whatever's coming at you, including a flying knee from Anderson Silva.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's the low blow. Anderson Silva looking for an inside low kick to upset Bisping's balance, but it did catch him high.
Bisping fights on. What a war we have here in London. Bisping forcing Silva's shoulders up against the fence.
Michael Bisping is not giving Anderson Silva an inch here. Although Anderson Silva looks like he's playing, Michael Bisping is landing shots here.
Bobbing and weaving is Silva. Popping and nailing is Bisping. Setting up that big right hand is Michael Bisping. But Silva seems to be happy in this stationary position. He has an opportunity to move out of that space.
I have to wonder whether this is part of that Filipino boxing style that he's been adopting. You know, we saw him against Stephan Bonner doing this as well. Very much a Wing Chun style of parrying and countering, like a Bruce Lee Jeet Kune Do effort.
Exactly that.
Oh, good work by Michael Bisping. His hands are very fast, and Anderson just doesn't seem to be able to keep up with him. Jason Perillo asking Michael Bisping to start working the body. If Anderson's standing square to him, start thundering at that solar plexus and see if we can take the fight out of him that way.
Anderson Silva is not fighting to win points on the scorecards.
He's not. He's looking for the big highlight reel finish. And that could be the pressure of Anderson Silva, feeling that that's what everybody expects of him when he's in there. People do expect the big finish. They do expect the flamboyance and the flashiness. And that was his undoing against Chris Weidman. But he seems to be playing that game again here against Michael Bisping, and that could be a bad tactic. You know, we're in the 4th round now. Although Michael Bisping suffered a good knee in that last round, he's still pushing forward here.
The crowd getting behind their home fighter here at the O2 Arena. John Gooden in commentary with Dan Hardy. An absolute honour to be calling this battle.
Anderson really looking to catch, counter and to parry. Some really nice hand fighting going on here.
You okay? Watch your fingers. Can you see? Do I need to bring the doctor in? Yeah. Okay.
I think there might be some mind games being played now, John.
Yeah.
There was an eye poke to Anderson Silva. Oh yeah, there it is. Bisping reaches a palm out to stop his forward advance. Everyone trying to fire Michael Bisping up here. Roars and stamps of feet around the arena.
Take your time.
His corner have reminded him that he is in the 4th round. That's the Bisping corner. Whilst Anderson Silva was getting some attention to his eye, or at least having his eye examined, I should say, to be accurate.
And if anyone has an appreciation for that, is Michael Bisping, understanding the the pain of eye pokes.
Yes, indeed.
Oof. Again, Michael Bisping stepping into the pocket.
And he had one of Anderson Silva's gloves whistle past his chin. That spearing jab of Bisping. Been so very successful this evening. He's worked so diligently behind it. Forcing Silva back against the fence once again. Bisping focusing very much on his own assault stand.
This is exactly what we expected Michael Bisping to do. He knows that this is how he wins the fight. It's so difficult to press forward at Anderson Silva. He plays so many tricky games. Lots of head movement and hand movement and distraction techniques. But Michael Bisping is finding his range here. Anderson Silva not giving himself the options to move away when he's up against the fence. And now immediately the tables have turned and it's Anderson Silva pushing forward. Beautiful shots. A right hook left straight from Anderson Silva. Good head movement here. Possibly looking to find the finish towards the end of this round. A good knee, Michael Bisping pushes him off.
Silva in a kind of Muay Thai-esque style, building up flurries.
Oh, there was that upward elbow that he knocked out Tony Strickland with, and a short left elbow comes over the top. Lands good shots against Michael Bisping.
Upward angled, straight right, followed by a big left from Silva. And now he's got Bisping pressed against the fence. Superman punch here in London. Anderson Silva versus Michael Bisping.
Fight. Fight.
Luke Rockhold very close to the action, checking out this fight.
We can see Michael, he's marked up, he's bloody. There's some damage to his nose. We can see some marks on Anderson Silva, but for the most part, he looks fairly clean. There's a small trickle of blood coming from the left eye, but Anderson Silva is the one that's been doing the more damaging work. A beautiful high kick there, partially blocked by Michael Bisping.
Hit that behind his left hand very nicely.
As he did against Yushin Okami. Bisping clearing his eye. Has to stay focused on Anderson Silva here. Can't be distracted by anything else. Michael pushes forward. Again pushes forward. Anderson's nowhere to be found other than the low kick. An aggressive Anderson Silva looking for that finish. Fires the high kick.
Puts it behind the left hand. That is a combination that's working for him. Silva's looking very fresh indeed, coming into this final round.
Good jab from Michael Bisping.
Snap back the head of the spider. Nice head movement from Anderson. A lot of blood escaping the face of Michael Bisping.
I think we may have a check here for the cut of Michael Bisping. It seems to be bothering him a little bit. Let's bring the doctor in and see what he's got to say. Do you want to continue? Of course you want to continue. Are you Michael Bisping? Of course you want to continue. Here he goes again. We're almost there. Round of applause for Anderson Silva and a show of respect for both guys.
Finally.
Well, I think they've earned it from each other right now. 3:30 left in the round. Everyone is perched on the edge of their seat. Michael Bisping really struggling with that nose and that cut on the bridge of the nose.
Some urgency being displayed by Anderson Silva. He almost took a couple of rounds off, certainly for the lion's share of a couple of rounds.
Oh! Front kick from Anderson Silva! Michael Bisping was wrong but stays on his feet. Anderson Silva closes the range, 3 minutes to go.
Bisping is hurt.
A knee from Anderson Silva, another knee from Anderson Silva. Looks for the tie clinch. Bisping is in retreat, firing warning shots.
He's coming back, trying to fight his way off of the fence. Anderson Silva once again sinks in that knee.
Oh! Beautiful inside turning kick
from Silva.
Anderson now becoming very creative, very relaxed. Michael Bisping trying to land the good shots as he's backing up, but Anderson Silva is like an avalanche pouring forward onto Michael Bisping now. A brief moment's respite, but you've got to help. You can't help but feel that Anderson Silva's setting something up.
Michael Bisping has never needed to watch his defences more in his career than he does in this final 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
It's really difficult to know how the judges are scoring it, especially with that controversy at the end of the third round. But neither fighter is backing up here. Michael Bisping is giving ground, but he's still in the fight. He's still firing forward.
He knows he is close. He knows he's landed a great many shots on Anderson Silva. But Silva knows he has a wounded Bisping in front of him.
Anderson looks like he's measuring.
Anderson Silva has some of the most beautiful techniques in his locker.
Michael Bisping shoots for a takedown. Does he get it against Anderson Silva? You can see the grimace on Silva's face as he's trying to defend that takedown, and he denies Bisping.
Michael Bisping is really in the mood today. Is this his defining career performance? Will Anderson Silva pull something out the bag here? He has under 1 minute to clock up a few more points.
We're moving into the last 45 seconds of the round now. Anderson Silva's still playing games.
Bisping needs to keep his hands up, and Anderson Silva needs to find an opening. That front kick looked very good earlier.
It did, it was very close.
Look how creative he is even deep into this fight.
It's so difficult to put any kind of combinations together for Michael Bisping right now. He's pushing forward with the jab, but to commit to anything more could be too risky at this point in the fight. 15 seconds to go. It's so difficult to know how the judges have scored it. It's so difficult to know which fighter needs to invest their time here and their energy in this last 10 seconds.
Bisping revs up his efforts towards the final bell. And it is met by a huge cheer from the London crowd. Let us pause for a moment to reflect on this fantastic main event. Anderson Silva travelled over from Brazil to face Michael the Count Bisping. He has wanted this fight for so long. He finally got to measure his skills against the legend. Let's take a look at some of the action from that final round.
Michael Bisping keeping the pressure on throughout the fight. Anderson Silva landing the cleaner, more devastating shots, but the consistency of Michael Bisping, it's difficult to know how to score this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges have scored this contest 48-47. For the winner, by unanimous decision, Michael the Count Bisping!
Gentlemen, got over the rules in the back. I want you to protect yourself at all times, obey my commands at all times. I want you to fight clean, fight hard. You want to touch down? Go ahead. Good luck to both of you.
Luke Rockhold. Michael Bisping. 5 rounds of fighting for the UFC Middleweight Championship of the World. Big John McCarthy, our referee.
You ready? You ready? Get it on.
Here we go. The champion, the southpaw, in the black trunks. The challenger, Michael Bisping, the Brit, in the white trunks. Much different style of fighter than Chris Weidman is Michael Bisping. That said, Luke Rockhold is confident in his skills, his versatility, his style of fighting, and he believes he's going to take it to the count and count him out very quickly.
One thing that Bisping has going for him in this fight, not just coming off of the victory of Anderson Silva, which is huge, big confidence booster, excellent momentum, but also his fitness.
Yes.
Michael, even though he took this fight on short notice, he has a very high level of fitness and has one of the lowest resting heart rates in the UFC. So him taking a few weeks off is not that big a deal and jumping back into the octagon.
And the high volume of strikes that you talked about earlier, that's Bisping 101. Constant movement, lots of strikes, different angles. As Rockhold utilizing those great kicks that we've seen so often early.
He's got some serious power, particularly in that left kick. And he does it right to your arms and to your body, and it's incredibly difficult to absorb that power. It takes a lot out of you just to block them.
A lot of these submission finishes that we've seen from Luke have been a result from earlier leg kicks.
Yes.
Bisping's longtime trainer, Jason Perillo.
Good straight left by Bisping, by Rockhold, and Bisping counters.
Believes that counters and the movement are the key to the victory tonight for the Brit.
Again, that good kick to the body by Rockhold. Good kick to the body by Bisping. Front kick to the body by Rockhold off the front leg.
Michael Bisping, years ago, the first British fighter to headline a UFC. He fought Rashad Evans, fellow Ultimate Fighter winner, many, many years ago.
Good straight left landed by Rockhold, but Bisping looking to counter with that right. And Rockhold has his chin straight up in the air, Mike.
UFC 78. That's what Bisping wants. He wants to come through those great combinations.
Nice inside leg kick by Rockhold.
And the more Rockhold throws those kicks, especially to the legs, the less movement we're going to see from Bisping, and that's his trademark.
He just dug one into the body. Michael might be hurt. He just dropped his elbows down.
And that front kick in with that the ball of the foot into the rib cage of Bisping, that'll do some damage as well. Rockhold has this air of invincibility mentally right now as well. Never more confident.
He hurt him bad. He hurt him bad.
And again, Michael Bisping is the new UFC middleweight champion of the world.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's why this is a crazy sport, ladies and gentlemen, because anything can happen at any given moment, and at any good moment, any given moment, you're sitting at home watching this, and you just go, holy shit.
Michael Bisping is the champion!
Wow. That's insane. What a huge, huge victory for Michael Bisping.
26th UFC fight. First title shot. He says that was easy.
Wow.
Winner in round 1.
He just said that was the easiest fight of my life and held up his mouthpiece. Incredible. Just incredible. Congratulations, Michael Bisping. We want to talk about a guy earning his way to a title. He did it, he did it the hard way. And he's the new middleweight champion of the world.
His wife, Rebecca, son of Lucas and Callum, daughter Ellie, all celebrating inside the Octagon. Fight replay brought to you by Bud Light. Raise one to right now. Rockhold, Joe pointed out that Rockhold had that chin up early. He goes body and then over the top with the left. Rocked Luke, he got right back up. Michael stayed in the face, right over the top with another left. And we have a new middleweight champion. His name, Michael Bisping. Unbelievable. 17 days notice. And he will leave with the UFC belt around his waist. Just like that. Look at Jason Perillo, longtime trainer. Look at that.
Gentlemen, referee John McCarthy's called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 36 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout.